Penny Parker is an alternate universe Spider-Man, a 14-year-old high school girl who has a psychic connection to a special spider. The two work together to pilot a mech and stop foes. I think she's best known for being a fun supporting character in Sony's animated SpiderVerse films, but did you know that she's had multiple solo comic book appearances outside of being a supporting character in major event stories? Let's take a look at them. Penny's first solo outing was Edge of Spider-Verse issue 5, written by Umbrella Academy creator and My Chemical Romance vocalist Gerard Way. This issue is a huge Evangelion homage, with Penny's mecha looking very similar to Eva Unit 1. You even get a few background cameos from the Evangelion cast. It's a fun setup to 90s and 2000s mecha anime with a Spider-Man coat of paint, and I would have loved to see more of this world, but Gerard Way is a busy guy and this was all a tie-in for the Spider-Verse event anyway. Speaking of tie-ins, Penny's second solo story will be featured in Edge of Spider-Geddon issue 2, and while it was Gerard Wayless minus a story credit, the new writers did a solid enough job continuing the Evangelion homages by incorporating a rival mecha pilot based off Venom. The story of this issue is just that one Evangelion episode where one of Shinji's classmates gets into an Eva unit and dies. This is currently the last we saw of this more angsty take on Penny, as Into the Spider-Verse redefined her for general audiences as a bubbly young lass, which the comics division took notice of. On the Marvel Unlimited app, Marvel's been producing exclusive webcomics that are basically anthologies where each story arc focuses on one aspect of the book's subject matter, and one of those anthologies is Spider-Verse Unlimited, and Penny would get her own story arc in the book spanning from issues 7 to 14. The story arc, titled Penny Parker After School, is currently the closest thing we have to a main Penny Parker comic, and I love it! Penned by Ken Nomura, the artist behind the critically acclaimed I Kill Giants comic, it characterizes Penny with her bubbly movie personality, but the story still gives her the dash of the angst from her original characterization, having to fit in at school and deal with all the robo-fighting shenanigans. This is a very charming all-ages read that I would recommend to anyone. I mean, any comic that ends with a Doctor Doom mech interrupting Tony Stark's sitcom show finale is an instant A+ in my book, at least. I'd love if Marvel would make a physical version of this book, like what DC does with their webcomics, so more people can experience it. But for now, check it out on the Marvel Unlimited app. And that's all of Penny's comic book appearances. I hope you have as much fun reading them as I have. As a fan of Super Robot, she's quickly becoming one of my favorite Spider-Man variants, and I hope she gets more cool stories either in comics or other mediums, because I think Marvel's sitting out some gold with her. I'm begging you, Marvel, please put Penny Parker After School in a trade format, please. I'd buy at least 5!